High school has a lot of things. I know we talked about how the outside of school things are really like kind of what carries, because to be truth be told, it is. It's all the outside of school stuff that carries. But there's some cool stuff inside of school that you do, and like I feel like if you do it together, all your friends hop in, y'all do it.
Yeah.
It's a
and
cool
this is
stuff.
random. Make sure y'all go to school.
Hello, this is Scott Tottenham, and you're listening to the Life is the Future podcast, a podcast for health education, middle school, and life in general. It's our throwback episode, exciting stuff. This is a chance for this season's hosts to interview previous season's hosts. This is a cool concept we came up with. We get to hear from our season 1 hosts from 2018 and 2019, Luke and Tadiwa, as interviewed by season 5 hosts, Saif and Julius. Enjoy this extended episode and informal conversation between 2 8th graders finishing middle school and 2 graduating high school seniors. Check it out.
All right, this is Life is the Future, Season 5 hosts with our Season 1 hosts. And we're here with
Luke
and
Tadiwa.
How was your life like after 8th grade?
For me, I mean, I would say it's a lot of the same. I feel like if you keep the same interests, like if you like whatever you like to do, if those remain the same things throughout high school, I feel like your life doesn't change too much. Obviously, you get older, like you adapt. I feel like things get more important. Like sports, it's a little bit more on a grander scale.
Was
like
your back hurt?
No, girls is more on like a grander scale. Obviously, like education, school is more on a grander scale. So I feel like everything gets a little more important. But I mean, I don't think anything really like changes.
Yeah, I don't think it really changes either. I mean, like I've had the same friends since like we were hosts and we're still best friends.
Yeah.
Wow.
I still see him every day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't think that's changed. Yeah.
Like high school, you do stuff outside of high
Outside school's
school.
way better.
Yeah.
Way
That's
better,
just
yeah.
like you're older, right?
Yeah.
So you can drive, you can, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the parties will get better or whatever, but like school aspect of it,
So
y'all best days might be past. I was gotta tell you, because middle school, man, it was fun. It really was. It really was, and I feel like in middle school, I don't know how it is for you guys, but for us in middle school, it was like all sculling. We were all tight.
Yeah.
All of our friends, our best friends, all went to Scullin. Now, like, I go to Naperville North, Tadiwa goes to Nico, our friend Armani goes to Oswego, and like some of our better like female friends are Plainfield North, Plainfield Central, Naperville, Nico, like
it's
just not like you don't really even get the family vibe from high school.
Yeah.
Unless you just stay and you just connect
Maybe
with only your high
everyone's
school.
there, yeah.
But people hardly ever do that past like freshman year. Like past like sophomore, when people can start to drive, people are going to want to like go meet new
Venture
people
out, yeah.
and like venture out. So you don't really get the same like family vibe like you do at school, because it's like y'all aren't hanging out outside of school with each other. So it's like you guys show up to school and you guys are friends at school, but you don't get that family vibe. And it's like, all right, I'm with these dudes like 24/7. I hang out with them in school, outside of school. So like the school day, like showing up to school, like having fun at school. Yeah, I'm like no joke. I think middle school, like it was some of the best for me.
What was it overall like being in middle school, like from 6th grade to 8th grade, and then like going like transitioning to high school?
No, I'm gonna be so honest. Like for me, that was maybe the most fun.
Middle school had it, man.
8th grade, I think 8th grade was maybe the most fun year
That was
I
your
think I had
peak?
at school. Those were my peak. I would say that was the most fun I had at school, though. I mean, because I kind of took it a little bit more serious. I told myself, end of senior year, I'm going to, like, goof off the same way.
Yeah.
It just didn't happen. It's just you mature, it kind of changes. But I think, like, you guys finished school on, what, the 2nd?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just have fun these next 9 days.
I'm
telling
trying,
you.
man. I got math finals.
Yeah.
You got math final. You got one final.
Yeah.
No, I do. I got math finals, and then we have like I just did a presentation that was like worth all my grade.
Really?
And then I did a ELA presentation tomorrow.
Yeah.
Science test after this.
Oh, we didn't have it like that. I ain't
We
gonna lie.
didn't-
Insane.
it wasn't like that.
I don't know what. Yeah.
They're trying to prep us for like finals,
Yeah,
even though
it
we're not
was-
in high school.
It wasn't like that for us.
It was-
Middle
It's a
school,
lot.
Middle school for me, I like middle school a lot. I feel like like growing up and like the older you get, like the more responsibility and whatnot. Like it's cool. There's definitely like the upside to it, but like obviously like there's some downside to it. I feel like in middle school, nothing's really like very serious. So mistakes aren't like a big deal. Like I know like at least in high school, like you can do one certain thing, good or bad, and that could be a part of like looked at like who you are for like throughout high school, like forever,
Mm-hmm.
basically, until like you go off to college. And in middle school, I feel like people still judge, but I think people are more understanding of like how young people are and like how common it will be for them to make mistakes. And I feel like that changes. So I think just the ability to like kind of like Diwa said, just be free and just be able to goof off and kind of do what you want is definitely not the same. And I really enjoyed that about middle school. It was really free life.
Do you think high school is more stressful about like academics, or is more stressful about like friends and like?
I don't think I said friends. I mean, for me, like I said, I have the exact same friend.
Yeah.
I have the exact same friends from middle school. So I don't think friends really is the stress. I feel like education is just how you manage your time. Like for me, like I had good grades and I didn't really stress because like it's just about getting it done in the classroom. That's how I always looked at it. Like if you put your phone down, get it done in the classroom, I don't think you're gonna be that stressed. And like for finals, like. It's not really that. Finals is not that big of a deal. Finals
is it not? Because it feels like it is.
Finals is maybe the easiest test you'll take all semester for me. I feel like it's such broad questions. Like
I say for finals, firstly, like I'd say it depends. Like if you're walking into a final with like a 90%, like on the dot, you're screwed. You're not gonna ace your final. But like you kind of know going into finals, like all right, I gotta get my grade to this point so that I can be able to get like a 70 on the final and pass. But like no one's really like failing finals.
Yeah.
You know,
so
it's just like people are hardly ever like acing them.
Like for example, for me, like I had like a 85 in one of my finals, so I had to get a 33%. So I just didn't do my final until like the last day.
Wow. Okay.
But so it just depends on like how you. But like if I have like an 89, I'm gonna like spend time like studying on that final. So I think stress is just really. It just depends on how much work you really put in. Like if you put in the right work. Stuff like final doesn't matter, like I said.
But I feel like stress in high school could be anything, just because, like, I mean, I say, like, for me, at times, I feel like the most stressful thing for me was like, sports, probably.
Really?
Y'all play sports?
Yeah, I play basketball.
Yeah. I do football and track.
Yeah. I just say, like, from a standpoint, like, the most stressful part for me was probably sports at times. And I would say, like, if I could do it over again, I wouldn't necessarily change anything major, but I would definitely change the way I kind of, like, approached, like, specifically probably my junior year, just, like, being so caught up in, like, strictly results and, like, what happened. Because in high school, like, in middle school, you obviously play sports, or, like, whether you play, like, Pop Warner, or, like, you play like middle school ball or whatever, like it's cool and like it's a big deal, and like you'll have people like talk about like like you see the game last night, or like you go to the game like this week or whatever, but like you get to high school and like it's a lot bigger of a deal. It's not the end of the world, and it's even to me even it's not even as big as I thought it was when I was younger. You kind of get to realize that like it's high school sports is big, but like at the end of the day there's so much more to like life and high school in general. But I think getting there, at least at first for me, and realizing like, okay, this is now a little more than just like a couple people at my school talking about it. This is like people who I don't even go to school with, who I've never met before, like, oh yeah, like you play for so-and-so school, you play with so-and-so, or like these are like, now I got not only high school people, but like middle schoolers and elementary schoolers or adults who just come to high school games just for fun, being like, oh, like, yeah, I went to call your game. You just understand it's a little bigger, and it's not anything that's like crazy stressful or that I say people can't deal with. It's very manageable, but I think it's something that can be taken a little too seriously sometimes, and I would say that that was probably the most stressful part for me at times, at least.
I mean, sports. I don't think I was ever really stressed out about sports. I mean, that's always just been a part of my life. So I just kind of looked at it as like, oh, I played soccer since I was 3. So
I play sports outside of school, so I'm on a travel team.
Yeah,
we're called the Wizards, but like, they don't really understand how like I have practice today and tomorrow. I can't go to practice today or tomorrow. I got to study for my final. I got to study for my presentations and stuff like that. So when I go to my coach and I'm like, I got finals, he's like, gives me a look. Like, he's like, you don't got finals? You got finals yesterday, so it's summer for them. Because like everyone else on my team has summer.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you, like especially if you play a sport in high school, like your teacher, like they're not gonna care about that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah, no, like if you tell a teacher especially like on your school team, if you tell them like, yeah, I have finals, they're gonna look at you crazy because like they work for the school. They're gonna be like, bro, like come to practice. You're just gonna have to balance your time. So I mean,
I say that's we talk like as far as like stresses, as far as not as like oh like this is stressful to me, but like stresses and like you got a lot of stuff to do, a lot of stuff going on. I say the biggest thing is time management. Yeah, and I would say go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say like so like when you guys get into high school, you guys spend like less time like hanging out with friends or going outside.
No, we spend.
I'll say this like okay, you're gonna get like I feel like the biggest part is not necessarily it's like time management is in like you have to understand like how much time needs to go into what. So like for me it's like especially like when you're playing sports, I feel like a lot of people get like this perception of like it's work and like that's the case. Like I like if it's like game week for football, like I'm putting in with practice, film, like getting my body around, I'm putting in probably 5 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a lot. But then like you really think about it and it's like, okay, well, if I go to school, I got strength and performance class in school, I'm spending probably 45 minutes in strength and performance class getting my body ready. Then I got practice, that's 2 hours. I might have film for an hour and then I might stretch before I go to bed. Like that's 4 or 5 hours on its own. So the time that it's not as much as you think. You have to really care about it because instead of like, oh, I'm going to go play video games for 50 minutes before I go to bed, it's got to be like, oh, I'm going to go watch film. Or like instead of being like, oh, I'm going to just like go like, I'm going to go goof off or hop on FaceTime with my friends. Like, all right, I got to do homework so that when it's time for me to practice, I got to go practice. Yeah. And it's just like, you know, you can't be as goofy with your time, so to speak. And like you'll still have your time to hang out. I hang out with my friends even more than I did in middle school. I go outside almost every day. I'm probably gonna go outside tonight. I'm gonna go outside tomorrow. I'm gonna go outside the next day.
But we're done with school though.
But like even still, like if it's a weekend and we're in school, like I'll probably go outside on Friday night and I'll go outside on Saturday night.
True.
Yeah.
And Yeah, you touched it. Yeah.
Wait, which one goes to Niqua?
I go to Niqua.
You go to Niqua?
Yeah.
Alright, is it like, do you think freshman campus is like kind of weird or like what is it?
It's the same as Scullin.
It's the same thing as Scullin?
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same like.
You consider it middle school?
Yeah, because it's just only freshmen in there. I mean, it's the same passing period. Like it's just you're not gonna get that feel until sophomore year that you're in like the main building. And the main building's pretty easy. Like I feel like the main building reminds me of Scullin too. It's like Scullin, but like each hallway is like a different section of like Scullin. I feel like it's just really easy to navigate. Are you going to Waubonsie?
I was gonna go to Niqua, but I think I might be moving.
Okay.
I'm going to Niqua.
I was at Waubonsie. Whoever's going to Waubonsie, I heard that they're out of luck.
I went to Waubonsie for 3 years. I transferred to Naperville North this year, but Waubonsie I feel like it's all the same. It's all like kind of relative. I don't think
technically I could choose because my mom lives near Waubonsie, my dad lives in Niqua.
Really?
So I can just
if you go to Niqua, you're making the right choice.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Waubonsie's not better.
Yeah, my parents gave me the decision like a month ago whether I want to stay at Niqua or if I want to go to what's our school? Go to Oswego.
Yeah.
That's the same. My dad, I could have went to Oswego or Niqua too. I chose Niqua personally. But.
I mean, I definitely think like high school is like me and Dewa can like try to speak to you guys about it because like we've been through it. But like I feel like it's different for every grade. Like I would say, for my grade at least, the Waubonsie class just wasn't really it. Like I remember my last day of school here. Like I cried because I was like, dude, all my friends are going to Niqua.
Yeah, because
like my friend Tadiwa, he went to Niqua. One of my better friends, Armani, we had him on the podcast.
Yeah, everyone's going to Waubonsie for me, bro.
Really?
Everyone.
That's actually it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like it's different. It depends
I know
like where your group lies.
But I mean, it's not really gonna make a difference. Like
it's not gonna make a difference.
Like, because
if those
are
are like,
the ones that went to Niqua. Like,
if those are really like your guy, like you'll be fine.
We still live close to each other because like everyone still lives in Tallgrass.
That's what
and,
I'm
Welch.
And like even now, I live like downtown Naperville, Lyle area, and like
it doesn't.
I hang with Dewa every weekend, and it's like a 30-minute drive. You'll realize, I think, in high school that like it's not hard to make friends, but I think what at least I realized throughout my experience is like not everyone is gonna be like as real and be able to understand you kind of like some of the people that like you're maybe friends with right now. Yeah. I feel like it like I said, it's not hard to make friends, but the relationship that me and Dewa have, or like the relationship that me and my friend Armani has, I could try to make those type of friendships, you know, but it's like I don't think they're not the same. You know, and it's not like if I didn't have them, I'd be fine. I have other people that I like, that I can hang out with, that I could be cool with. But for me, it's always been like these have been my guys since 6th grade. So that's just kind of how it's always been.
So my brother, he's a sophomore at Niqua, gonna be a junior, and he said that one thing that I shouldn't do as a freshman is to never take AP classes.
I took AP classes and I was fine.
In freshman year?
Yeah. Every year I've taken AP classes.
But you probably got like an IQ like 260, bro. I don't know.
No, I think, like I said, it's
personal to you.
Load and it's load management.
Load management, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like you gotta understand, like, if you're gonna take AP classes, it's gonna be harder.
But I think once you get it, like for me, that freshman building, they help ease the transition. I feel like they're not gonna they know you're coming from Scotland because everyone in that building specifically teaches for freshmen, or like some come from the main building and teach for freshmen. So I feel like if you feel like you're able to do it, if you're recommended, like I know my teachers recommended me in 8th grade for certain AP and honors classes, and I took all AP and honors like every year, and I was fine, But it's just up to you. Like if you think you're ready, your teachers think you're ready, you should. My basic advice is, especially freshman, you're gonna know more about yourself academic wise, but freshman year, if you're not recommended for honors class, do not try to bump up and take honors class. The teacher, like your teacher didn't recommend you for a reason. And I don't take that risk, and don't feel like you know yourself. That's something you do like your junior year, senior year. Like, okay, like this teacher didn't recommend me, but I know I can do it.
And I would say freshman year, like I'd say the most important thing, at least for me, because I had a really good first and second semester. My freshman year, we got the COVID help, but even first semester, I had a really good first semester. Because it's important to start well for high school, and also it depends. Like I said, when I was kind of going to go into it, it kind of depends on like who you are and what you're gonna come and show up and like what you're gonna try to do. Because for me, I kind of knew like none of my friends really go to Niqua like that. Or not Niqua. None of my friends really go to Wabanzi like that. Most of my friends are going to Niqua. This is me going to my freshman year. So I'm gonna show up to school and I'm going to study hard, get good grades, and play sports. So like for me, that was what I knew coming in. Like I'm gonna be really locked in on school, and I'll be really locked in on sports. Yeah. So I felt like comfortable because I didn't take any AP classes, but my freshman year I didn't take like a study hall or anything like that. But I felt comfortable taking the amount of classes I took just because I felt like this year I'm gonna come in and I'm going to work really hard on school. I'm gonna work really hard on sports. So if you feel like when I go to high school next year, like I'm really gonna be locked in. I'm really gonna take school seriously. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
you'll be fine.
I agree with the start strong because my first 2 years I was I only had 1 B probably every semester max out, and that was in AP human geography. That was the one AP class. So I just started really strong, and then it sets you up for now your senior year. You can coast because I'm not gonna lie, I did not. I never this year. I don't think I went home and did homework once.
Wow.
I'm not gonna lie. This last year I did. I don't.
Yeah, if you start off strong the first 2 years. Yeah. Junior year,
everything leading up to the SAT. I think if you just do good leading up to the SAT. Yeah. After that, once you turn in your SAT and GPA, you're gonna be coasting, dude.
Yeah. I feel like also staying busy is a good thing. I know you might think because I have football, my schoolwork is in the fall. But I feel like for me, being in a sport, it's all right, I got football practice. I get home from football practice. I do my homework, and then I can do instead of I'm not doing anything, so I get home. I don't got to do my homework right now. Yeah. I can push it off. I can go. I feel like being in a sport or being in an activity, having a structure is good. So I don't be afraid of necessarily being busy as long as you have time to get the things done that you need to get done.
I feel like being busy, I think, and your parents say a lot keeps you out of trouble. It genuinely does keep you out of trouble. Yeah. You'll be surprised how many different paths people take, God forbid, in high school,
Yeah. And I'll say that too. Some of the best kids, I'm not gonna say they take bad paths. I don't know nobody that's taken a terrible path, but you see people will change. Some people that you think were or someone the boys that are the goody two shoe boys, or some of the girls are the goody two shoe girls. By the time you graduate, it's that's not the same. Or even some of the people you're that's a bold, that's a a
You'll
cocky,
do anything.
arrogant, extra
Yeah.
kid. In middle school, you can get to the high school, and you're like, that's one of the most humble, like, down to earth dudes I know.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know, so
For sure.
Julius said you were like that, right? That's what you told me.
I'm like,
I didn't know Julius
I'm
until last 7th grade, so I didn't know him 6th grade. I wasn't here 6th grade.
Yeah, I'm like humble right now.
Yeah, he told
I
me.
would say
Stay that way.
He told me
That's
during
the way to
elementary
stay.
school, he used to break kids' pencils and laugh about it and like stuff like that. He'd break them up and like break them.
Yeah, like
Let's
you
be
got
like
kids,
kids.
kids change. People are gonna grow up. You're gonna get a lot of growth throughout high school, and don't be like afraid to grow. You know, like you're gonna change. It's natural. You're gonna walk in there probably like a 14, 15-year-old, and you're gonna graduate like 18.
Yeah.
So you're gonna change. You know, just accept it, and don't try to be afraid to change, because normally when you're changing, it's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
You know.
For sure.
So, just go into it full force. Be confident.
What about your teachers in high school? Did you have any like you didn't like?
I think you'll.
Because like I have parents that told me you always find a teacher you don't.
Oh
like.
yeah, you're gonna find.
You're gonna
I would say I had closer to a teacher like I didn't like here than in high school.
Yeah, that's what I think's gonna.
But I
happen,
think
like,
I think it comes with, for me, it came with kind of like my maturity, and that's not to say like D was not mature or anything, but for me, it was like the older I got, I just understood like, look, like these teachers, like they're human, dude, and like they work with so many people and so many kids that like chances are like anything that happens between you and them is 99% of the time not personal.
Yeah.
You know,
I
it's
feel
just
like
them doing their job. So it could be like, okay, you don't do your job well, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, I might not be a good student. So like, should my teacher hold like a personal vendetta against me because I don't get good grades on a test? The same way that I should hold a personal vendetta against her because I feel like she doesn't put my grades in quick enough or she doesn't give me a fair grade. Like, for me, I'm never gonna have a problem with a teacher as long as I feel like they're being fair. Like even if they're being mean, like they're being like an a-hole. Like if if they keep it real, if they're mean to everybody, like they can be mean to me. Like that's how you want to carry yourself. That's fine. But like as long as the teacher's fair and she carries the same energy with me that she carries with everyone else, I'm never gonna have a problem with like the way that they choose to like do their job.
Well, I feel like like for my government teacher, he's just like that with everyone. But and I feel like. The connections you have with teachers now, they're gonna be more personal because it's by team, right? So you have to think your teacher's only teaching your team. Yeah. Teachers at school, they're teaching three different grade levels. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not gonna be as personal. You know, some teachers you
will get a personal connection with some. Yeah,
but it's like it's not really as like prevalent because like they're not really focused on, and like some teachers you only have for one semester. You know, so it all depends. But I will say this. I know that they love saying this to us at the end of 8th grade. Teachers won't let this slide. They let the exact everything slides.
They've been telling me.
Everything slides. I'm telling you.
Everything.
I think more slides actually. Honestly,
everything
slides, bro. I don't
like. Only thing I will say is like the one thing that they do say that is true. Like they really don't. They don't hold your hand like that. So if you don't do your work.
They're not gonna check.
They're really not gonna be on you about it.
They're just a good teacher, but she's not gonna like help you out.
They're just gonna put zeros in the grade book.
You had Miss Parker?
Zero.
Yeah.
And Miss Parker told me. Miss Parker was one of the ones that told me, Tadiwa, what you do is not gonna slide. And I talked to Miss Parker last year. I'm like, Miss Parker, it slid. It slid.
Everything slides.
It slides. What was your guys' favorite part about middle school?
I think it was like making like I think it was like building up the friendships with friends and friends and teachers along the way. Like I feel like that was like one of the most fun parts because like just being here at school and like having people to talk to, whether it's like one of my peers or even someone older than me, like a teacher, assistant teacher, like just being friendly with like anybody just was just overall just a good experience and made school more like desirable for me.
Yeah. I feel that.
Yeah. Mine's not about middle school though. Mine's just about I got Seafoam 1s.
Seafoam 1s?
Shoes? Yeah.
Okay.
Just Jordan 1 Seafoams, and that was probably my highlight of all 7th grade.
Okay.
I feel you.
And then that was probably the highlight of all middle school actually. And then 8th grade I got my Raging Bull 5s, and then.
Oh, so
you a shoe guy.
You got NMDs on, so I wasn't expecting you to be a sneakerhead, but.
No, it's my beaters.
Oh, these are beaters?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you guys go to main event yet?
No, we're doing that.
No, Thursday.
Next Friday.
No, Thursday.
Thursday?
Yeah,
Sorry.
Thursday. That was a classic.
Finish off middle school, man. There's some classics, and I'll say like. We do some cool stuff. You do some cool stuff to finish off high school.
No, I don't. Nico does it. I'll let you know.
Yeah.
No, hold on. Let me just stop. Nico does it. Nico don't care about their seniors like that.
I'm not going to Nico then.
Tuesday was my last day of school. You didn't feel anything. You didn't feel like it was the last day of school. They went to Centennial Beach. We did nothing.
Naperville North, though.
Yeah, Naperville North did. Nico, we don't do anything. Don't care for our seniors. We had senior celebration and it was mid. I didn't even go.
You didn't even go?
We had senior brunch yesterday and they didn't even check people in. I'm telling you, Nico, they don't care about their seniors.
We had our breakfast.
Call the shots. Call the shots.
We had our breakfast yesterday.
Really? Yeah, I was gonna say
that was
in middle school or in high school, you do some cool things for like the seniors, like you do a little senior lock-in and whatnot. Well, at least for me at Naperville North.
Yeah.
You do a senior prank?
No, Nico's there. They made.
I feel like I don't know, but you do some cool things as seniors, definitely. But I'll say, dude, the stuff you do to finish middle school off hits. That's the best stuff. It's some cool stuff.
That's the best stuff you'll do. Because prom,
prom's cool. Go to prom.
go to prom. Because the prom's mid.
Did you not go to prom?
I did go to prom.
Oh, you did go.
I went twice.
He went twice. I went once. So
in both times.
What about homecoming?
It's worth it.
Homecoming is. For me, I like the after party and the dinner. The dinner is fun.
The better thing about homecoming is, homecoming you get to choose your dinner.
You get to
see. Prom, dude, they had like
prom with food was.
They had like like mozzarella sticks.
I went to Five Guys right before prom, so I was chilling. We took
food
pictures.
At prom's not good. Homecoming is more. I feel like homecoming's cooler because like for homecoming,
it's just more chill.
At least out here, you could be a little more loose with like whatever you want to wear. You don't have to wear a tuxedo or whatever, quote unquote. But like, and then you get to choose where you go. It's a little more.
Because we were in the same homecoming group.
Yeah.
For the first time actually, because he's always went to a different school, but they all came to the Nico one, and I think dinner was the most fun part of that night.
Yeah, and then I don't know if they do that at Oswego East or whatever, or anywhere.
I'm not sure yet.
Or wherever you guys go, because who knows? You could finish high school anyways. But for us, we had spring too, and at Naperville North, and that was pretty cool. I feel like a lot of the school events are cool if you indulge yourself in them. Yeah. I definitely think so. Like I'm gonna be honest, I didn't enjoy a lot of school events at Waubonsie just because I didn't indulge myself into Waubonsie as much as I possibly could, and that could be just off the fact that a bunch of my friends didn't necessarily go there, and that could also just be on me, kind of being maybe a little stubborn, trying to be too cool for school. But I feel like definitely as a senior, indulging myself in a lot of like the activities. You do it with your friends, you guys show up, whatever. It's cool. Mm-hmm. So high school has a lot of things. I know we talked about how the outside of school things are really like kind of what carries, because truth be told, it's all the outside of school stuff that carries. But there's some cool stuff inside of school that you do, and like I feel like if you do it together, all your friends hop in, y'all do it.
Yeah.
It's
and this is random. Make sure y'all go to school. Like going to school is easy now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Going to school like. Freshman year might be easy. Once you start driving, I'm not gonna. Or like once you hit that senior year, I'm speaking a little bit too far ahead. Just make sure y'all go to school. Strive for like they have like you're gonna see like all over like Nico, they have Strive for 5 signs. You're gonna be like going to school 5 days a week. That's
5 days a week.
What?
Going to school 5 days a week. What do you mean?
Yeah, some people don't be showing up.
Some people don't go to school. So like one of the main policies, no, you don't. It's not at all. Trust me, it's not. It's not as forward thinking as you. Going to school 5 days a week is hard. Like for me, I'm not gonna lie.
For me, it wasn't hard. For me, I took my brother every single day, so for me, it was not hard. But I'll say like,
I'm not gonna
show up.
Hard to get up out of bed.
Be attentive.
I just did
like especially when people that have like late arrival stuff, they'll come in like 3-4 periods late. Even late arrival. Like show up to school.
Like, do you have 0 hour? Is that a thing? 0 hour.
Sorry.
Alright, never mind. My sister did that. She went to Willowbrook. She had 0 hour before school. She was swim captain, so she swam, like a bunch of she swam like 2 miles, and then she would come back to school and then start school.
Oh no! I would never do that. I'm sorry, but like for you have late arrivals, so like you can show up at like 8:12, or like on Wednesdays. Like for us on Wednesdays, at Nico, school starts at 8 and ends at 2. But like I'm not gonna lie. Like, for the last month, I don't remember what 7:25 looks like because that's what time school starts. I did not get up. I stopped getting up. But like I said, that's why you also said, start off strong So like, you know, like I'm telling
So
you.
it's not like pushing you.
Yeah.
Man. Like when you get to the end of high school.
You don't.
For me, I had enough courses actually to where I graduated not graduated, but I finished all my courses for graduation in the first semester. So basically, second semester I was doing work because I felt like it.
Yeah,
which is good. I had a great semester. I had 2 B's and all A's, which was a decent semester. So it's not like I did bad, but it's just like there was no stress.
Yeah.
Which is cool, because your senior year, dude, you're doing so much stuff. You're trying to enjoy like your last months with your friends. You don't want to be like, oh, I gotta make sure I get this in this grade, like so I can like graduate, or I gotta get this in this grade, so like I can make sure I hit my college requirements. Whatever. You just.
Yeah.
You know.
So start strong, because like I said, I don't recommend what I did. Like I said, strive for 5, but like if you do end up, like if you end up like working hard, you can sometimes just decide not,
you can ease off.
You can ease off.
Yeah.
It'll
carry you there.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think we went through everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's all good. It was nice sitting down with y'all.
Yeah.
It's a good sit down.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Hopefully y'all will be back in our shoes, in 4 years when y'all graduate. It goes fast, man. Yeah, it goes fast.
4 years sounds
It better not go
like
fast,
this.
bro.
Like,
It does.
I remember
it does
everything
go
from
fast,
8th grade.
dude. It goes fast.
What college are you going to?
Purdue.
Purdue and then
Wisconsin Whitewater.
Wow.
Yeah.
So just enjoy it. It goes fast. It's fun. And
Wait, is your like what you wanted to do when you grew up like the same as now when you were in?
well, yeah. I
grade?
I wanted to play college football, and I'm going to. So
Is that the same as it was in 8th grade?
yeah.
I've always wanted to be a doctor growing up my whole life, and I've always played soccer. So
Soccer doctor?
Something like that.
But yeah, it's in reach. I promise it's in reach.
Yeah.
Just work for it, and it'll, like I said, it'll go by fast. So just put your head down, work, and you'll look up, and you'll be right where we are. And
Yeah.
that's pretty much it.
All right, thanks to Luke and Tadiwa for joining Saif and Julius to talk all things after middle school. We're fortunate that these previous 8th graders, now graduating seniors in high school, were still in the area to come back and give us some insight into what life is like after their middle school experience. We're going to try this every single school year, if at all possible, where our current 8th grade hosts interview previous podcast hosts. What did you think? While on topic, if you made it this far in the episode, we're going to release something very cool this summer where Luke and Tadiwa, season 1 hosts, do a reaction video to one of their very first podcast episodes as 8th graders. So stay tuned for that, coming very, very soon. We appreciate all the support throughout the years, especially here as we wrap up season 5 of our podcast, and say hello to next year's new host, season 6 of the Life is the Future podcast. Thanks as always for tuning in.